seeing all these videos coming from Gaza, having that story like of my daughter Jenna, like present in front of me all the time. I have the right to be angry and yell at him, like it's something natural. It's something, what's happening in Gaza is incredible. So to be angry at this point is legitimate.
I'm standing outside of a police station in downtown Montreal, where prominent Palestinian activist Samar Alkhdour has turned herself in to the police. Alkhdour and another demonstrator, Ned Mansour, turned themselves in after receiving a warrant for their arrest on charges of mischief and harassment.
I received a text message from a police officer stating that there's like an arrest warrant against me and that I have to turn myself in. There will be conditions. So either we sign on the conditions and we'll be released immediately, or we refuse the conditions. And as a result of that, we're going to be detained until we appear before a judge.
That hearing will determine whether she should be released before her trial or continue to be detained. She is being detained so that she has a chance to go in front of a judge and argue that it's her right under the Canadian Charter to express her political views. It has to do with an incident that happened in Verdun outside the Liberal campaign office.
Thursday, we were protesting outside Laura Palestini's office, and it's the Liberal Party campaign office in Verdun. I saw Mark Miller in the same street. I did not hesitate to go and confront him. He got in the car in his minivan with his two assistants. So he jumped in the car, and I was filming, yelling at him, "Mark Miller, child killer, you killed my daughter. Genocidal politician."
The police said that they would release her if she promised certain things, not to go near the office of Mark Miller, not to post things on social media about Mark Miller, and this would effectively prevent her from continuing her demonstrations and her activism on the war in Gaza.
Alkhdour began hosting daily protests outside of Immigration Minister Mark Miller's office in the southwest of Montreal at the end of March. In the summer, she began taking her protests to other locations to apply pressure on other Canadian politicians.
All parts and components of the government and MPs are complicit in this genocide. That's why I'm protesting in different locations. Stop funding the genocide and sending arms and money to Israel. Allow people like Palestinians from Gaza to enter Canada to seek shelter, because they are dying. Like, there's different ways of dying in Gaza than just, bombs and rockets.